Need a blood-sucking insect that serve as their biologic vectors. Okay, so nabanggit natin sa lab, they have 4 developmental stages. That is your amastygote, promastygote, epimastygote, and tripomastygote. Okay, so different species has its own set of developmental stages. Okay, so hindi lahat yan present sa isang species, pwedeng dalawa lang. Okay? Hindi ibig sabihin si amastygote, magiging promastygote, magde-develop into epimastygote, magde-develop sa tripomastygote. Hindi siya ganun. Okay? So, review lang, konting review. So, amastygote, okay, siya lang yung walang flagella. Walang flagella, automatic, amastygote. Okay? So, they are round, ovoid, in shape, also known as your torpedo form. Okay? Your promastygote. So this time it is elongated with pointed ends. So also single nucleus, prominent kinetoplast and axoneme. And this time meron na siyang anterior flagellum. So this is the anterior part. This is the posterior portion. Next will be your epimastygote, elongated, but it is now curved. Okay? Again, you have a prominent kinetoplast, a single nucleus, and now meron ka ng undulating membrane. Okay? Again, you have your anterior flagellum. And lastly, your tripomastygote, so curved, but this time it is S or C-shaped. Again, with a single nucleus, a prominent kinetoplast, and this time meron ka ng volutin granules, usually sa sides. Okay? And again, you also have your anterior flagellum. Okay? Ayan, as we have said earlier, not all species have all of these developmental forms in their life cycle. Each species has its own set, and some of the developmental forms of a particular species may be present in both humans and vector host. Okay? Pwedeng magkaiba. Pwedeng iba ang developmental forms na present sa humans kesa doon sa kanilang intermediate host. Okay? Now, let's go to the first species, your Leishmania donovani. So this is an intracellular parasite causing the disease your leishmaniasis, Kala-Azar, and your Dum-Dum fever. Okay? So you need 2 different hosts for Leishmania donovani to complete its life cycle. And humans are considered to be the definitive host. Intermediate hosts are your sandflies. Okay? So you have 2 developmental forms. Okay? In Leishmania donovani, first is your amastygotes. Okay? So this is the form that can be found in the mononuclear phagocyte and the circulatory system of man. They are intracellular, non-motile, because it lacks again your flagellum. Okay? The next developmental form is your promastygote. Okay? They are extracellular. Okay? And they are motile, occurring in the alimentary tract of the insect vector. So, in humans, the promastygotes are injected by sandfly to the skin. Okay? So, what is the infective form in humans? Ang sagot ay promastygote. Okay? Infective stage, infective form in humans is your promastygote. Okay? So, some of the promastygote will enter the circulation, but most of them will be taken up, okay? Or phagocytosed by your mononuclear phagocytes in the reticulo-endothelial cells of your visceral organs, such as the spleen, liver, bone marrow, etc. Okay? They may also be present in the endothelial cells of the kidneys, your suprarenal capsules, the lungs, and the brain. Okay, so the mastigotes within the intestine of the sandfly, after taking a blood meal, are transformed into promastigotes. So if you are asked what is the infective form in the insect vector, anong sagot? Infective stage in the insect, a mastigote. Okay, infective stage in man, promastigote. Okay, so once na ingest a mastigote, it will be transformed into your promastigote. So anong form ang present sa insect vector? The mastigote and a mastigote. So pareho present. Okay? So the promastigote will migrate to the pharynx of the insect and are injected into the skin of man when they feed. Diba? Pag kinagat tayo. So may inject is your promastigote, the infective stage in man. The promastigotes, once in the human, are engulfed by your reticuloendothelial cells, multiply as a mastigote. So magta-transform siya into your mastigotes through simple binary fission until the host cells will be filled up with mastigotes. Once the cell is filled up with mastigotes, anong mangyayari sa cell? It will rupture. It will be destroyed, releasing your mastigotes, and those mastigotes will again infect other cells. Okay? So anong forms ang present sa humans? Anong cells ang present sa humans? For Leishmania, Donovani, promastigote lang, and a mastigote. So pareho. Both. Okay? Yan. And eventually, the mastigote will be sucked by your insect vector. Diba? Again, the infective stage or form in your insect vector. Okay? So yan lang yung life cycle. Okay, now let's go to the pathogenesis. Okay, so the multiplying mastigotes, di ba, inside your cell will cause destruction. Okay, pag nag-rupture siya. Okay, so the macrophages with mastigote forms in their cytoplasm are set free in the circulation from the skin to the viscera. So pwede siyang pumunta sa skin, pwede siyang pumunta sa visceral organs. Okay. So the mastigotes are released and are taken up by the macrophages in the spleen, mga visceral organs natin, liver, bone marrow, and your reticuloendothelial cells. The host cellular defense will be stimulated. It will result to proliferation of macrophages in the bone marrow, which will compromise the production of RBC and your granulocytes. Okay, so the end effect will be granulocytopenia and anemia. Okay, so yeah, the spleen, the liver, the lymph nodes will be enlarged, whereby the spleen may end up into hypersplenism. Okay, pag may hypersplenism ka, that causes more destruction of your RBC. So makakadagdag siya sa cause ng anemia ng pasyente. Okay? The host humoral reaction is also stimulated, resulting to increase production of globulin that may result to reversal of albumin-globulin ratio. Okay? And the infection is considered to be a form of reticuloendotheliosis. Okay? So what will be the clinical manifestations? Incubation period may be less than 10 days or even to 1 year. So early manifestation includes headache, Malay fever, irregular interval and progressive, fever of irregular interval, and you have progressive enlargement of the spleen. Okay, so hindi lang spleen ang pwedeng lumaki, you can also have enlargement of the liver. Okay? So, patients will have irregular fever, anemia, di ba? Sabi natin kanina, leukopenia, di ba? Edema of the skin, and peristonium, emaciation, especially in the chest, pwedeng mag-diarrhea si pasyente, and bleeding of the mucous membranes of the gums and nose. Bakit pwedeng mag-bleed? Anong cause ng bleeding? Bakit nag-bleed? Bakit meron tayong edema? Nasa other slide yun. Ano pwedeng mag-cause ng edema ng patient? Okay, yung globulin-albumin ratio, di ba? It can cause edema, di ba? Meron tayong problema sa bone marrow, pwede tayong magkaroon ng bleeding, di ba? Yeah. So death will frequently occur from complications such as hemorrhage, dysentery, toxemia, and overwhelming secondary bacterial infection. Okay? So pwedeng bumaba ang immune system ni patient. So, post-Calazar dermal leishmaniasis is due to incomplete treatment, okay, whereby the organisms transform to a viscerotrophic to dermatotrophic. So, this time, pwede na siyang pumunta sa skin, okay? So, skin lesion consists of hypopigmented macules anywhere in the body. And later on, the nodules on the face may be formed in the nose, chin, cheek, lips, forehead, and ears. Yeah. That is your post-Calazar dermal leishmaniasis. Okay, so diagnosis, very important, is the history of the patient, especially if the patient traveled to your places where Leishmania dunovani is endemic. Okay? So physical examination are not really reliable since most of the clinical presentation is non-pathognomonic, okay, of Leishmania infection. Okay? So very important in diagnosing is you have to demonstrate the parasite. Okay? Such as doing tissue biopsy. Okay, you can biopsy the spleen, the liver, or the lymph nodes. Okay, you look for your mastigotes. You can also aspirate bone marrow. You also look for mastigotes. So you can also perform serologic testing such as your Montenegro test. So para lang siyang PPD testing. Okay? So you measure for the induration. So for the treatment, the only approved medication for the treatment of leishmaniasis are your intravenous liposomal amphotericin B for visceral leishmaniasis, and for cutaneous, you can use your miltefosine. Okay? Let's go to the next, your Trypanosoma gambiense and your Trypanosoma rhodesiense. Okay? Causing your human African trypanosomiasis. Okay? Also known as your sleeping sickness. Okay? This can be caused by two subspecies, your gambiense and your rhodesiense. Okay? And the insect vector is your tsetse fly. Okay, anong difference? Trypanosoma gambiense, this is the causative agent of your Gambian trypanosomiasis. This is prevalent in Mid and West Africa. Trypanosoma rhodesiense causes your Rhodesian trypanosomiasis. This can be found in the East and Southern Africa. Okay? So for the stages of development, there are two stages of development or developmental forms. That is your epimastigote and your trypomastigote. Okay? So the epimastigotes can be found in the salivary glands of the insect vector. Your trypomastigotes in the proboscis of your insect vector, your tsetse flies, and in the body of man. Okay? So meaning, diba? Sino ba ang nasa proboscis ng insect vector? That is your trypomastigote. Okay? So pag kinagat tayo, sino mag-i-infect sa atin? Your trypomastigote. So that is the infective stage to man. Yeah. So let's go to the life cycle. The trypomastigotes, siya yung nasa salivary glands ng insect vector, will be injected into the skin of man by your tsetse fly. The organisms will enter the circulation and can enter the lymph nodes, the spleen, and elsewhere in the body. So almost all of the tissues can be affected. Okay, so si trypomastigote, it will transform into your epimastigote. They will reproduce through binary fission and later on will again become your trypomastigote. The trypomastigotes circulate anywhere in the body of the person or sometimes in a reservoir animal. Okay? So, the insect vector, so kakagatin ulit si human, di ba? Will suck up your trypomastigote. Okay? So, ano yung infective stage? Insect? Trypomastigote. Okay? So, the parasite inside the insect vector becomes your epimastigote, multiply and transform into your metacyclic trypanosome that later on will lodge on the tsetse fly's salivary gland. Okay, so to be exact, the exact form or the exact stage of the infective stage to man is your metacyclic trypanosome. Okay? So ito lang yun, life cycle ni trypanosome. Okay? Incubation period, Gambiense, 3 to 14 days, but it can be shorter for your rhodesians. So the parasites are lodged in tissues at the site of injection, and this will set up a local inflammatory reaction. Okay? The organism will multiply through binary fission. The organisms do not invade the tissue but later on will circulate the blood. Okay? So during this time, hindi pa siya nag-i-invade, nag-circulate pa lang sa blood, there will be no significant signs or symptoms of infection. Okay? This is considered to be the asymptomatic stage. Okay? Now, later on, the circulating organism will go to different tissues and organ of the body, such as your lymph nodes. Okay? So, magkakaroon tayo ng enlargement of post-cervical, submaxillary, inguinal, and femoral lymph nodes. It can also go to the spleen and liver. Okay? They may also enlarge and become congested. Okay? And during this time, the patient will now have fever, which is irregular and usually occurring in the evening. Okay? So this, magsiset in na ang mga symptoms. Okay? One prominent symptom will include the so-called winter bottom sign. Okay? So ano ba yun? This is enlargement of the nodes at the posterior triangle. Okay? Nasaan ba ang posterior triangle of the neck? Natatandaan ba ang borders? Ang posterior triangle? Ano ba border? Sternocleidomastoid. and trapezius and your triangle. Di ba dapat tatlo? Kulang. Hanapin ha, anatomy, i-review ang anatomy. Okay? And you also have your Kerandel side. So wherein there will be delayed sensation to pain. Okay? So during this febrile period, the trypanosomes are released into the circulation, into the bloodstream. Okay? And the febrile attacks will alternate with period of no symptoms at all. Okay? So one time may symptoms si pasyente. Okay? After some time, the patient will be asymptomatic. Okay? So that will be the acute phase, and later on, during the chronic phase of the disease, the parasites will now go to the CNS. It will invade your CNS. This is now the chronic or your sleeping sickness stage. Okay? So what will happen? The patient will now have severe headache, mental dullness, and apathy. And during this stage of the infection, the patient loses interest to work. Okay, there will be muscle spasms, trembling of extremities, disturbed coordination. There will also be pain and stiffness of the neck and even paralysis. Okay, and sleepiness sets in, and the patient may not be awakened or eat or may encounter accidents. So bigla na lang silang makakatulog. Okay, so they are prone to fall, or the patient may sleep while walking. Okay, and that may be due to the following: pneumonia, meningitis, dysentery, heart failure, or even a severe fall. Okay, pwedeng ma-aksidente yung pasyente. Okay, but you have to take note that your Trypanosoma rhodesiense, the CNS problems are usually lacking, okay, because of the rapidity of its course. Usually, hindi na siya umaabot sa chronic stage. Okay, hanggang doon na lang siya sa acute stage. Namamatay na yung mga pasyente. Okay, pero pag umabot sa chronic stage, si rhodesiense, eventually, they will have the chronic signs and symptoms. Okay? Ito lang yung summary ng presentation. Okay, you have your acute stage, and here is your chronic or your late stage symptoms. Okay? For the laboratory diagnosis, so you have to demonstrate the parasite, okay, in the blood. So kailan ka kukuha ng specimen? During the time of fever, di ba? Doon nagsisirculate si trypanosomes. Okay? You can also perform biopsy, okay, such as lymph node biopsy, bone marrow aspiration, and lumbar puncture of your cerebrospinal fluid. Okay? So yan yung makikita natin. Okay? Ano yan? Anong form? Anong developmental form? Trypanosome, di ba? C-shape. Merong undulating membrane, and you have your anterior flagella. Okay? Anong specimen yan? Ito. First picture. That is your blood. Okay? Meron kang RBC. Okay? Ito is a tissue biopsy. Now, the drug of choice for early stage of Gambian trypanosomiasis is your pentamide. Alternative treatment will be your Suramine and your Diminazine. And the drug of choice for early stage of your Rhodesian trypanosomiasis is your Suramine. Okay, Suramine. So, yan yung mga early stages. For the late stage of Gambian trypanosomiasis, you can use your eflornithine. And for the late stage of your Trypanosoma rhodesiense infection, you can use your Melarsoprol. Okay? So magkakaiba yung treatment depending on the stage of the disease. Okay, next, Trypanosoma cruzi. Okay? So this is the etiologic agent of a life-threatening illness known as your Chagas disease or your South American trypanosomiasis. Okay, South America. This is mainly transmitted by contact with the feces or urine of an infected blood-sucking insect. Okay? Ano ba yung common na tawag natin sa mga insect na yan? Paano ba nahahawa ang humans? Diba? Pag kinagat, diba? Tapos, anong gagawin ng insect? Pag kinagat tayo, saan ba nanggagaling yung parasite? Yan, feces or urine. Okay, so pwedeng mag-defecate, pwedeng mag-urinate si anong bug yun? Dun sa area na kinagat niya, your anong common tawag? Diba? Sa lips. Diba? Most of the time, dito kung kinakagat, your kissing bug. Okay. So, this time, your Trypanosoma cruzi occur in all of the 4 developmental stage. Okay? But they only exist as a mastigote, epimastigote, and tripomastigote in the kissing bug. So humans, all 4 are present. In the insect vector, yung tatlo lang. A mastigote, epimastigote, and your tripomastigote. Okay? So the vectors are commonly called your kissing bugs since they prefer to bite on the mucous membrane of the lips and eyes. Okay? They usually bite at night and it is painless. Okay? So children are more prone to be bitten by these kissing bugs whose feces contain the metacyclic trypanosome, okay, which is the infective stage. So, manner of transmission, the bug during its blood meal, okay? So, nahahawa hindi dahil kinagat, okay? It will defecate near the bite site, okay? So, the infective organism is in the feces or in the urine of your kissing bug. Okay, so the feces containing the infective stage is deposited near the puncture site and rubbed into the wound, allowing entry of your parasite. Okay, and this method of transfer is called posterior transmission. Okay, life cycle. Infected stage, your metacyclic trypanosome. It will enter the skin of man, okay, and it will be engulfed by your phagocytes and is deposited in the adipose cells of your subcutaneous tissues. The organism becomes or will transform into your amastigote and they will reproduce by binary fission. Okay, eventually that host cell will rupture and it will release your mastigotes. Okay? Now, the area is now infiltrated by your polymorphonuclear cells, your monocytes, lymphocytes, and later on by your histiocytes. Okay? So, fibrous encapsulation follows, resulting to a formation of your chagoma. Okay, chagoma, which causes blockade of lymph node that produce edema of the affected area. Okay, so usually subcutaneous pala. Okay, nasa subcutaneous area. Okay, now, so nag-release tayo ng amastigotes and they will invade adjacent lymph nodes. Okay, again, they will multiply, develop continuously, and later will be released into the blood as your trypomastigote, and they will go to different organs and tissues. So the bug during their blood meal will suck up your trypomastigote. Diba? Sila na yung nasa circulation natin. So the infective stage in the insect vector is your trypomastigote. Okay? And inside the insect's body, your trypomastigote reproduce and later on transform into your metacyclic trypanosome. Okay? And this is the one that is the infective stage to humans. Okay? So yun lang yun. Now, let's go to the pathogenesis and clinical manifestations. Okay? So the main pathology of Chagas disease is destruction of your reticuloendothelial cells due to the increasing number of mastigotes. The parasites prefer to invade cells of mesenchymal origin, especially the adipose, myocardial, okay, reticuloendothelial, and your neuroglial cells. So in acute stages of Chagas disease, there will be leukocytosis and lymphocytosis. But later on, the patient will develop leukopenia. The patient will develop fever and anemia. And during the febrile attacks, the blood has plenty of your trypomastigotes. So there will be destruction of cells of various organs and blockage of the reticuloendothelial system. This will lead to functional disability and may finally cause death. Okay, so since involves in neuroglial cells, okay, so the parasite in the amastigote form will destroy your neuroglial cells, causing death to your nerve cells. Okay? And depending on the main site where the process occurs, so pwedeng magkaroon ng encephalitis, encephalomyelitis, and meningoencephalitis. Okay? So since affected yung nerves, pwedeng maapektuhan ang autonomic ganglia. Okay? Of your hollow and viscous organs. Okay? So what will happen? If you destroy the autonomic ganglia, so segment of the organ that is above, that which is denervated, later becomes progressively dilated. Okay? So pwedeng maapektuhan ang different organs such as your large intestine, causing your megacolon. It can also affect the esophagus, causing your megaesophagus and your uterus, your mega uterus. Okay, so tatandaan, this is due to the destruction of your autonomic ganglia. Okay, di ba sabi natin kanina, pwede din maapektuhan ang myocardial cells. Okay, so the heart cell is always involved in Chagas disease. There will be destruction of your heart muscles. This can cause acute myocarditis. Okay? And this may progress to ventricular aneurysm. Okay? And this is one of the most important causes of death. Okay? This death is due to the rupture of your ventricular aneurysm. Okay, laboratory diagnosis, you look for the parasites such as the trypomastigote form in blood films and a mastigote in tissues. Okay? So you can also do cyno-diagnosis. Are you familiar with cyno-diagnosis? Ano bang ginagawa doon? So may patient, okay, nagsasuspect ka na may Chagas disease. So anong gagawin mo sa patient? Ipapakagat mo siya kay kissing bag. Okay? Pag kinagat siya ng kissing bag, anong i-inspect mo? Yung kissing bag. Kung nahawa si kissing bag. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, positive si subject, si patient. Okay? Yun lang si diagnosis. Pero hindi na natin siya ginagawa ngayon, ha? Okay, treatment. This can be treated with your benzimidazole and your nifurtimox. Okay? Oh, last, ciliates. Okay? O, mabilis na lang. Because we only have one ciliate that can infect man. Okay? That is your Balantidium coli. Okay? And this is considered to be the largest protozoa. Okay? Yeah, considered the largest protozoa that infect man. And the disease is referred to as your balantidiasis. Okay, so the parasite again exists in the cyst and your trophozoite forms. The natural habitation is the large intestine, primarily the cecum. Humans acquire infection through ingestion of your cyst. Okay, the infective stage is your cyst that can be found in contaminated food and beverages. Okay, so life cycle. So the ingested cyst will undergo excistation, di ba cyst, magiging trophozoite in the intestine of man. So naging trophozoite na siya, and the trophozoite in the cecum reproduced by binary fission. The trophozoite will undergo encystation. Okay, this occurs again in the intestine, and eventually it will be passed along with the feces as cyst stage. Okay? So, pathogenesis. So, your Balantidium coli, once established in man, can now invade tissues. Okay? The mechanical action of the cilia and most probably the secretion of lytic enzymes aid in the organism in its entry into the mucosa. Okay, so this is considered to be an invasive organism. Okay, so the trophozoite produce a flask-shaped ulcer that is similar to the one produced by Entamoeba histolytica. The difference is it has a larger opening. Okay, the ulcers are round, ovoid, or irregular, with undermined edge by which the ulcer floor is covered with pus and necrotic materials. So the lesion commonly occurs in the cecum, di ba? Yun ang kanyang primary habitat. The patient may manifest with diarrhea with or without blood. Okay, right lower quadrant, abdominal pain and tenderness may be present. Okay, and very rarely, the ulcer may perforate the intestinal wall. So, pupunta siya sa peritoneum. This can lead to your peritonitis. Okay. Other signs and symptoms may include dysentery, abdominal colic, tenesmus, nausea, vomiting, loss of appetite, headache, insomnia, muscular weakness, and weight loss. Okay? O diagnosis. Paano ba natin dinadiagnose? Laboratory diagnosis. Anong i-request ninyo? Ha? Direct fecal smear. Anong hahanapin natin? You can look for the trophozoite and cyst. Okay? O anong hahanapin natin? Diagnostic feature. Diba? Nag-lab na kayo? Your kidney-shaped macronucleus. Okay? Meron din siyang micronucleus, usually located near your macronucleus, but we rarely see your micronucleus. Diba? Pag cyst, rounded, usually yung cilia niya nasa loob pa. Okay? Whereas pag trophozoite, it is ovoid. You also have your kidney-shaped macronucleus. Meron ka din micronucleus. And this time, you have the cilia. surrounding the entire body. Okay? So, for the treatment, you can use most of your anti-protozoal drugs, such as metronidazole. Okay? So, this ends your lecture for the first prelims. Any questions? Sige. So,